So I'm here at the 2026 EV Charging Summit in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I came across a very interesting item. It is a flat EV charging cable by a company named Ghost. So I'm going to talk to the company now and find out what this flat EV charging cable is all about, what the applications might be, and who the potential customers might be. So let's check it out. So I'm here today with David Siriax from Ghost. Great name for an EV charging cable company. Why Ghost for the name? Before we get started, you make an EV charging cable that's very unique.
Right. Well, the cable disappear. That's how the name came about.
Okay.
You know, you don't see it, you don't feel it, you can walk over it, you can drive over it, you can install it on your sidewalk, and even probably most of us will walk without noticing it.
Yeah.
So it's called Ghost.
Yeah, so what David produces here is a flat electric vehicle charging cable, and it is very flat. Now you'd notice it because the edges have red. I guess that might be required for so somebody could see it so they don't trip over it. But honestly, I've walked over this thing a dozen times. I don't know how anybody would trip over it. It's incredibly thin. How thin is it? How many millimeters is it?
Yeah, so it's 0.556 centimeter, which is actually thinner than your iPhone.
0.556, so like half a centimeter. So
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. 7 centimeter wide. It has two slopes of 30 degrees on each side, which make it very easy to roll over for any cart, USPS, UPS, Amazon, a stroller.
What's the use case for this? Who's your customer? Is it a homeowner? Is it a public parking garage? Obviously public use for sure, but would a homeowner need something like this?
Correct. So it's a little bit of an hybrid because you have the public safety in mind when we develop that cable, but it's definitely for a single home residency owner.
Okay.
It's our focus. And I tell you why. Because most of the people don't have enough street parking. So they park in the street, and what do they need to do to charge? They need to charge, they need to cross the sidewalk and charge from their facade. But it does not mean that public or parking lots may not be interested in our solution as well, because they also have right-of-way and path where pedestrians walk.
Right. So as far as like a public charging on a sidewalk, would you run afoul of like municipal codes? Do you think even though it's very flat, would the town say you can't put that across the sidewalk? I mean, do you have to get it approved, or what?
Oh, so
what are the challenges?
Let me start. Yeah, many, as you can assume. Let me start where we are today. There are 5 cities in the U.S. that have already approved the concept of a cable crossing a sidewalk with a cover. Some of them have contacting us to try to put through that legislation that will allow a product to be used in those situations rather than their own cable and a cover.
Okay.
And the cities are Portland, Seattle, Oakland, California, Washington, D.C., and one more city in Massachusetts is working on it.
Which we won't announce just yet. Yeah. Well, that's great. So you're starting to get traction on it. And I'd imagine once you get some traction, you can go to other municipalities and say, look, this has been approved in Portland, Seattle, Oakland, and then it makes it easier to get other cities to say, yeah, I think that works. I am shocked at how thin it is and that you can still get 50 amps through this. Right. Well, a 50 amp circuit, right? It can deliver 50 amps? Yeah. Talk about cable strain, because with other EV charging cables, what I've noticed on some of the less expensive products, the cable strain is very weak where it meets to either the connector or the charger, and over without even using too much use. And I review charging equipment. I've noticed that the strain loosens up. This looks like a big challenge here for you. Because it's not, you don't have that round, robust cable lock. You've got this I don't even know how would you describe this?
The junction.
Yeah. It seems like it's a metal band that's pressed around the plastic enclosure.
Correct. Well, I can see you did your homework. It is definitely a challenge for us, and we're working on a better junction product here to prevent any wear off or long-term use. We have also patented a ring here on that cable set will slightly rotate and permit some movement where the cable doesn't lay flat, for example. But yes, it is a challenge. We are working in developing a better connector, a 45-degree down that will bring down the cable straight down and won't have that long extension, and also better material to prevent what you're referring to.
Okay. And I also noticed that this is a Type 2 Menix connector for Europe. We use J1772 and NACS now here in North America. So this is kind of like a bring your own cable. You've got the Type 2 connector on both ends.
Yes.
What are you working on for the US? Is it going to be a cable that's tethered to the charger like we're used to? Or is it going to be, one of these type bring your own cable situations, which there are manufacturers out there now in the US that are going to be bringing level 2 AC chargers to the market that don't have a tethered cable to it. Are you going to use that, or are you going to have a tethered cable?
All right, so our choice is to be where the puck is going to be. We are moving to the Type 2 Meineke connector to connector. We will not do the tether version. We want to bring here what the European version is already very well working, functioning. And there are already a few companies who have introduced that version, bring your own cable. And we think that's the successful version. So we have a Type 2 going to G1772, Max NSCS on the carport. And here it's the European 3068 version with our own wall box. Bring your own cable. This is what we're going to develop.
But for the US market, this side will have what, like J1772 plug-in? Because we don't.
No.
Oh, okay. So
no. So it is already approved. It has already been certified by a couple of companies on the US market to do exactly what you have here.
Okay.
And I can show you the plug.
Yep, that's the Menix plug.
Okay. And it's already certified, and then we can move along with those.
So the companies are going to make the charging equipment, the EVSE, with a Menix inlet. And they're going to sell it in North America, because that's never been done before.
Correct.
Okay.
And even though it's a small market to start, this is where we are going to be.
Okay. All right. And there's one other product you have here, which is the portable, the mobile unit. Let's take a look at that.
Okay.
Today's video is sponsored by EVChargingStations.com. If you drive an electric vehicle or you're planning to, this site is packed with comprehensive charger reviews, detailed DC fast charging graphs, and the latest news from all of the fast charging networks. You'll find real-world testing, easy-to-understand comparison, and deep dives into how different electric vehicles actually charge. Before you buy an EV charger or plan your next road trip, make sure to bookmark EVChargingStations.com and make smarter charging decisions.
Okay, so this is a portable unit with a NEMA 1450 plug and J1772 on the end.
Or NSCS.
Or NACS you can do, right? Yeah.
With adapter or without, we'll do both.
Okay, and is this removable or is it permanently mounted?
It's permanent.
It's permanently tethered. And this is a what is it? 40 amp. Yeah.
Yep. So we can go up to 50 amps, but the legislation, of course, is 40 amps.
Yeah. If it's on a 50 amp circuit, 40 amps is the most you could deliver.
Right. But we can adjust it. You launch it and you adjust your amps. So it means even if you had only 20 amps, you adjust to 20 amps. You have only 15 amps, you adjust to 15 amps. You can even go to a level 1 and do a 10 amps.
Right.
But you will have to use adapter.
Yeah. And you're going to sell this product whole.
Yes.
This will be all together. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but just take a look at how thin this is. This cable, I am shocked at how thin it is, yet it must be durable, because a lot of weight's going to drive over this. I mean, my F-150 Lightning weighs almost 4 tons.
Right. We're doing 5 tons.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Some of the GM electric vehicles are pushing 5 tons. They're over 9,300 pounds. And you could drive over this and you could park on it. The wheel of a 9,300 pound Cadillac Escalade EV can park on this without a problem.
Yes. 5 ton. And if there was any cut or there is a sensor that will shut down the power.
So there's a sensor in there. So if there's any cut, yeah, and obviously it's enclosed, so this thing could be in a puddle and everything. It's not gonna,
Correct.
It's completely enclosed. There's no gap. The only place I could see any type of possibility of water intrusion would be here, but I'd imagine that's going to be all watertight and it's going to have like a
just for you,
IP
because
rating.
I know you're going to dump my product into a water tank.
You know I will.
Do it just for you.
So, okay, well, I mean, super interesting. I definitely want to get a hold of one of these when you have production. When we're all ready for the U.S., when do you think you'll be shipping in the U.S.?
I think 60 days from now we'll be starting. We have plenty of orders, pre-orders.
That's great.
We should be able to,
And you're going to have different lengths of cable.
Correct. 16, 20, 24.
Wow, okay.
Some requests have been for extension, as a matter of fact, for the Type 2 up to 50 foot. So we'll see, we'll deliver this.
I'm probably going to ask for a longer one. And I have a specific use case for this. Because my garage is state-of-charge garage and I record all my videos in it, I don't always pull my cars into the garage. So I charge them out of the garage.
Right.
And I use an extension cable.
Right.
Which is a round extension cable, which I occasionally trip over. And also, when it goes under the garage door, I actually just got a device that I'm going to do a review on where you cut the bottom of the garage door so the cable can go through it. This, I wouldn't need anything. I'll just run it outside.
That's correct.
Yeah.
The garage door will close without interference.
Absolutely. So we got to talk about this one. I probably need the 24 length one, if not a little more.
Now, let me tell you, Tom, you among what most people do, they have a garage, but they use it for other purpose, and they park the car outside. You're not unique.
Yeah.
I think it's more than 60%, 63% of
I didn't know that.
who have a garage park their car outside and charge outside. Yeah. So the extension business is definitely something we're going to be looking at, to provide a flat extension to even existing portable with own cable.
Yeah.
So the flat portion will go outside.
Outside. Okay, yeah. And that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a lot of use for this flat cable technology, 100%. Yes. So last question. What do you, as far as like certification, do you get like, would the cable be something that gets like ETL certified or UL certified? What governing body will you have it safety certified by?
So for the EU, we are all good. We can start, and we have good certification. For the US, the US will require UL certification, particularly for multifamily. But I think we're going to go for UL across the board here in the US.
It's expensive.
It's okay. To do what we need to do.
I was just talking to another charging company, and they just got UL certification, and all they did was complain to me about how expensive the process was. They're like, you wouldn't believe how expensive, and I know it's close to $100,000 sometimes, depending on the product.
Yeah. Wow, so we can discuss those numbers separately.
Just throwing some things out.
I will tell you that I can do it for less, and our partner will do it for less.
Well, I think a cable might be easier to get UL certified than a device with electronics and everything. Anyway, listen, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Tom.
Good luck with the product. I'm looking forward. This is one of the products that I'm really looking forward to getting in the state-of-charge garage and testing, possibly using it on a daily basis. So good innovation. That's what I like. That's why I stopped at this booth. There's a million booths here. I'm only stopping at a couple this year because I have my own thing to do at my booth. But this is one of the booths I wanted to key in on because I think it's interesting tech that we currently don't have. Right. So good on you for creating a product that's going to help the EV charging industry and finding a unique niche. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm hoping to get the opportunity to test out this cable in the state-of-charge garage sometime soon, and the company tells me that they'll make it happen. So look forward to that content coming up soon. And if it's your first time here at State of Charge, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming electric vehicle news and reviews. And as always, thanks for watching.